Hey boo, hey, welcome back to your girl's channel. So I see y'all still out here dating with no conscience at all, okay? Just none whatsoever. No self-awareness, no nothing. Y'all out here still acting a fool in the dating pool. But I ain't surprised. I am not surprised, okay? Now let's get into it.
Y'all will literally not believe what just fucking happened to me on this date. I'm gonna have to call y'all when I get in the car. Yeah, what he talking about? Okay, so I'm back in the crib. Y'all would not believe what just happened. Like, I literally went on a date with a guy, and let's just say, mind you, he's sitting right next to me. I ordered what I want. He didn't want to order anything because he ate, so he just ordered a drink. I ordered what I wanted, and he hears it clearly because he's right.
When a person doesn't order anything for themselves, even like a small appetizer, I get to worry and like maybe they don't have the money. My first thought is maybe they can't afford it. You also shouldn't be out on a date if you can't afford to be out on a date. But maybe the man just really wasn't hungry. Who the hell knows? But it's given I don't got it. So I'm going to pay for just you to eat because I'm really interested in you. And I can't afford to feed both of us right now.
He's right next to me. The food comes. He started making all these comments. Oh, you ordered that? Oh, you gonna eat all that? Mind you, I told him that my friend flew into town and that after dinner I was gonna go see her because she wanted me to pull up on her or whatever. He's like, did you order some food for your friend? He was like, if I wasn't here, would you order all that? Baby, you think I can't afford a meal? I said, honestly, if you wasn't here, I would have still ordered like this.
Girl, what you order? Like, why he asking if you order for your friend? Did you? Girl, let me find out you ordered 15 plates. Let me find out.
This is how I eat with my friends. This is how I eat when I'm by myself. Crazy. But the kicker is, this man said, oh, I'm gonna go. I said, okay. He lays down $100, walks off. Mind you, he called us a black truck to dinner. So I rode with him in an Uber. He left. He didn't say anything besides I'm gonna go, and then set the money down and then dipped off. He didn't ask if I needed a ride, how was I gonna get home. He didn't ask what the bill was, nothing. Mind you, this is a 45-year-old man, grown ass Nigerian man.
Listen, boo. Listen, Linda. Okay? You better be glad he put that $100 down. Most men would literally just go. Okay? They will say, I'm going to go to the bathroom and you will never see them again. All races of men are doing this lately. They are seeing you for who you are, feeling like they've been taken advantage of, and never wanting to deal with you again. But you better be glad this man laid $100 on the table and you only had to cover whatever was left, if anything. You know what I mean? Because I don't think at this point, I don't know if he couldn't afford it. It probably was more like a test, which is, I think is petty, but that's what people are doing nowadays. They're testing each other. They're filling each other out, trying to see what kind of person you really are. What would you do in this type of situation? Are you going to take advantage? Are you going to do it the right thing? That's where people are at with it now. People are trying to find authentic people that are not out here to just take. He felt like you ordering all those plates was you taking advantage of him. He probably felt like, no, you don't do this when you're out with yourself. You're only doing this because I'm here and you think that I'm going to pay for it. And I genuinely believe that maybe she does eat a lot when she's out with her friends. I don't know. Maybe she doesn't. Either way, you look like a small girl. Do you actually eat that much? Are you actually like fully cleaning these plates? Or are you taking bites here and there and it's just a bunch left over and you wasting this man's money? What easy, man. Nonetheless, this is the food in question. Now, this look like some good plays. And I don't know if she thought that everybody was just finna come to her defense like, yeah, girl, he got you messed up, blah, blah, blah. No. Y'all gotta stop taking y'all stuff to the internet because people are seeing y'all for who y'all are and you are being called out on it.
Actually, let's talk about it. Let me put the light on. Let's actually talk about it, okay? I ordered Okay, I ordered my drink. He ordered his drink. I ordered a half a dozen oysters. I want to say maybe that's around like $15 to $18. I think we were at Eddie V's. I can't remember how much. That's normally how much it would be. After that, he said that he wasn't hungry. He didn't want to eat. I ordered an entree. I ordered lamb chops. Mind you, prior to this date, I told him that I wanted steak. Like I said, I was in the mood for like steak and like asparagus, mac and cheese. Like I was saying all this. So it's not nothing that was just, you know, I ordered lamb chops, mac and cheese, Brussels sprouts, and crab fried rice. Half sizes.
If that is what you do, if it's true that you normally order a lot of plates like that when you go out, then I guess I'm going to leave it alone. But something tells me you don't. Maybe 1-2 plates at the most. I'm thinking that that's what you'll get when you're out with your friends. I don't think you ordering 3, 4, 5 plates. I don't. I think you did try to take advantage of this man. I genuinely do. I don't care what the hell you say, sis. Ain't no way you order all this food for just you. Why this man done told you that he ain't finna eat nothing? Did you offer him a bite of potatoes, steak, or something? Anything. Because the internet did go in the way they did, you know, some people agreed, a lot of people disagreed. So she came back with her rebuttal, letting y'all know this is what it is.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick story time because I don't know what some of y'all problems are, making it seem like what I ordered was outrageous. This man took me to a steakhouse. Okay, keep that in mind. This is a dinner date. What do you do at dinner? You eat dinner. I told him that like I wanted steak, asparagus, like I wanted like the full. You mean? So he knew, mind you, he picked the restaurant. I didn't pick it. He picked the restaurant. Okay, so. And again, I got the lamb chops. The lamb chops are cheaper than the steak itself. That's number one. So if I would have got the steak and an appetizer.
Why did you need a steak and lamb chops? Girl, why the hell you needed both? Or maybe I just don't eat a lot, so it looked like a lot of food to me. I don't know. That looked like a lot of food to me. I wouldn't have been able to eat all that.
A date like that ever. Ever. So then after I said like, you know, maybe go on a bowling date or an arcade date, it was quiet for like a couple minutes. He was on his phone. He was calling Uber. I already knew he was calling Uber. So then he was.
This ain't about standards. This is about selfishness. This is about greed.
Not only because it's like you're paying for it, but I can afford what I want to eat. Okay? And there's nothing wrong if you can't afford it, but I can afford it. So I'm not about to starve myself or act like I don't want to eat something because a guy took me on a date. I've never experienced something like that. So again, like when I say it's the worst day ever, it is because I've never experienced nothing like that. And I never had a man walk out on.
Girl, it's going to get a lot worse. For a person like you, it's going to get a lot worse. A lot worse. You better off just taking yourself to dinner or just going out with your friends. Because if you think these men out here playing with you and finna be just buying you 2, 3, 4, 5 courses of meals simply because you a pretty person, no. And I get it. And I do respect what she's saying. If she could pay for it, then she expects that treatment. Fair enough. I'm not going to take that from you, boo. Because like you say, that is your standard. But you were not his standard. Y'all not thinking about the other person's standards. That motherfucker had standards too. Did you ever consider that? And you were not meeting it. So you are not the only one with standards out here. Men have standards too. And your standards are not agreeing with his standards. Your standards won't agree with most people's standards. You are going to be paying for those meals on your own if you think most men are going to be buying you 4 to 5 plates every time you go out on a date. Most men ain't here for that. Even the richest of men are going to side eye your ass and feel like they could possibly be being used. Talk about some standards. Yes, have standards, but have some respect with them goddamn standards.
Walk out on me at dinner on a date, like basically the tab, because you didn't even ask how much the tab was, like.
And he shouldn't have, because $100 for one person to eat should have been more than enough. More than, but it clearly wasn't because you won't hear talking to us about it. So you must have to come up out your pocket and you mad about it. How the hell you eating over $100 to just yourself? Make it make sense. You should have took your self out to eat since you can afford it and enjoy your time alone. because you're going to be doing a lot of that lately if you think that this is what men are about to be putting up with. And half of them are more girly and feminine than us. So you about to be paying for their dinners in a minute. So they damn sure ain't finna be treating you to the luxury life. They feel like it's your turn to start treating them to the luxury life. I ain't gonna never do it. I'm with her. I ain't gonna never do it. But y'all gotta think where other people's minds may be. It ain't just about you all the time. If $100 is not enough to feed just you, you shouldn't be eating.
Was like, so that was crazy. It was a few red flags, like me asking him, like, I had hinted, I was like, so what are you gonna eat? And he just was like, oh, I'm not hungry, like I ate. And I was like, why would you eat? We had dinner plans. He was like, because I have a 7-year-old. Like, he got smart. He was like, because I have a 7-year-old. Mind you, this man been calling me all day, making sure I'm going on this date, making sure I'm okay. He wanted to send me food earlier. Was letting me know that we had to push our date back a little bit because he still had his son and he had to wait a little bit longer to drop his son off to his ex-wife. Cool, no biggie. So why would you eat knowing that we had dinner plans? I digress. That was like the second red flag. I'm not even gonna say what the other one was. But as soon as, mind you, he's sitting right next to me. So when I order all my food, he's hearing it. He's literally right next to me. We sat at the bar because he's 6'8" and he didn't want to sit at a table because like his legs and his knees or whatever. Had no problem with that. So he's literally sitting directly next to me. He's hearing what I'm saying. I order my food, no comment. My food comes out, all these comments. And this is what, it just wasn't one or two comments. It was repeated comments back to back to back where it was like, even the bartender was kind of like looking over it because it's like, you're making me feel uncomfortable. And like, if I was a bigger woman, I would have felt like you was body shaming me. Because why are you asking me that? Why are you asking me if I'm going to eat the food that I ordered? What did I order?
Girl, I'm finna ask you that too. If I gotta pay for it, you better eat. You better lick the plate clean if I'm paying for it. Quit playing with me. And you got the nerve to order a lot of plates? A lot? You order one plate, 2 plates, okay, you got a little food left over, whatever. You did your best, you know what I'm saying? But you didn't try to drain me. You out here trying to drain this man. And you mad he got a couple comments here and there? And like we both agree on, him not wanting to eat was a red flag. So you should have took that into consideration and started with just maybe 1 or 2 plates. Feel out the situation, see if y'all getting along well enough. Make him like you. Get him more into you to where he won't mind if you decide to order more plates as the conversation goes on. But to order all of this food at one time, I'm finna ask you, are you gonna eat all this too? Because you looking very Rasputia to me at this moment.
The food that I ordered, what did I order it for? Why are we on a dinner date? He was like, oh, you order all that? He was like, you gonna eat all that? He was like, did you order something for your friend? He was like, if I wasn't here, was you gonna order that? And I was like, that's such an interesting comment to me.
Those are all very valid questions though, boo. When a person feels like they're being taken advantage of.
Interesting comment to make. And it was like silent for 5 minutes and then he apologized. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I wasn't trying to be rude. And I was literally telling him, I was like, yeah, because I'm like, that was very offensive. I was like, I actually feel very disrespected. I was like, that was definitely rude. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't my intentions. And I was like, okay. And I was like, and he was telling me because prior to the food coming out, we had a conversation where I was stating that I don't like dating in Houston. And I was telling him why. He said he didn't like dating in Houston because he felt like women here are just finesse, like other cities. It's not like Houston. Like, this is the only city that women like money. He was just like, I feel like women just like you for your money. They wanted you to take them on trips and this, and that. That was like red flag number 2. Whatever. I'm like, okay. So he was breaking that to me. He was like, yeah, you know this.
You're not thinking about the red flags that are coming up in his brain though. He's got red flags slapping him in the face as you order all this food. He's already telling you that, you know, he feels like this is how women are. They're money hungry, blase, blase, blase. He's hinting to you that he feels like you're one of these girls that he's talking about. Yet you ain't taking none of that in one ear and out the other. It's all about her, what she's feeling, what she thinks, her red flags.
This kind of just happened to my friend, and he took a girl on a date, and she ordered all this food, and he ended up leaving her. And he was saying, so like, he was like, and I told you, like, I feel like girls be trying to finesse. And I was like, I don't have to finesse you for dinner. I was like, even if you wasn't here, I would have been able to afford this tab myself. I was like, are you implying that you don't want to pay for my food? He was like, no, 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 that's not what I'm implying. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, I was like, I would have respected if you would have said, like, explain this to me instead of like telling me, instead of making those remarks. He was like, oh, I just apologize about that. I said, I understand that, but I'm letting you know why I was upset and why I felt the way I felt. So then he was like, yeah, but like, da, da, da. I was like, well, honestly, I was like, if you feel like people are going to finesse you or you have, and he was like, this is probably like some of my trauma from my past and dating. And I was like, I understand that, but I was like, it's not fair for you to project what people did to you onto me. You just met me. I'm not dumb. So you can't say I'm trying to finesse you because, baby, I could pay for it myself. And I was like, honestly, if you feel like people are going to finesse you for dinner, I was like, maybe take them on a bowling date. Like,
you being able to pay for it yourself is not the point. And she swears that this is the point, that she keeps repeating this as if it's meaningful. It means nothing. The fact that you can pay for it yourself. It's the principle of it all, boo boo. You're missing the principle. The whole point is this man feels used. He feels taken advantage of. This is what y'all need to be talking about. Y'all need to have a open, raw discussion on what you're both looking for in relationships nowadays. And she's right. All these little subtle remarks that he keeps making, that'll irritate and piss anybody off. I get it, boo. That'll irritate me too. So I feel like both of y'all have given each other red flags on reasons of why y'all should not really date any longer.
I was like, maybe take them on a bowling date. Like, maybe take them to an arcade. But you're 45 years old. I understand I'm 25, mind you. This man was talking to me about marriage. He was like, you're so mature for your age. Blase, 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 blase. But you're tripping about me ordering appetizer, entree, and sides. Okay. And it was to the point where, like, even the bartender was, like, literally side-eyeing because he just was, like, when I say it just was multiple comments back to back to back. Within the first fucking few minutes of my food getting, like, placed on the fucking counter. And I was just literally, like, it made me feel so uncomfortable. Like, I've literally never been on a date like that ever. Ever. So then after I said, like, maybe go on a bowling date or an arcade date, it was quiet for like a couple minutes. He was on his phone. He was calling an Uber. I already knew he was calling an Uber. So then he was like, yeah, I'm going to go. I was like, okay. He puts $100 cash down, walks out. He doesn't say bye. He doesn't say it was nice meeting you. He doesn't say, do you have a ride home? Or is there a way, are you okay to get home? Because remember, like I said, I Ubered with him. He didn't say anything. He just got up and left. Mind you, he said that his daughter's 25 or 24. Your daughter's my age. How would you feel if your daughter went on a date and a man treated her like that? But I digress. But yeah, all them comments that y'all making about like me doing too much, shut it up. Thank you.
You are so worried about him being worried about how you get home, blase, blase, blase. But remember, you just told this man you can afford to pay for this dinner. You can afford to do any and everything that you like to do, right? You can afford it. But considering he just slapped $100 on the table, that's $100 off of your tab. Therefore, you could put whatever money you didn't need to spend on your food towards an Uber because you got it like that. You just made this man feel like what you ordered was nothing. You could pay for this in a heartbeat. So he gave you $100. Now go pay for your Uber. Since it's nothing to a boss like you, why he gotta worry about how your grown 25-year-old ass get home? Everybody know how to order an Uber. Everybody. Just don't drink the water when you get inside, boo. Okay? Because I still care about your safety. Okay? I really don't care for your personality, but I care about your safety. So don't drink that water when you get in that Uber that your ass needs to pay for yourself. This man is not your daddy. He probably raised his daughter well enough to not go out and treat a man the way you just treated her daddy. So don't worry about his daughter and how she being treated. Worry about you and yourself and all this money you got that you can use to pay for your own food, your own Uber, this, that, and other. Girl, get your ass in the Uber and go home. It is not this man's responsibility to care after he done felt mistreated by you.
But just so we're clear, I definitely don't condone a man leaving a woman stranded, having her on a dark road somewhere, just putting her out the car. I don't believe in stuff like that. But this woman is in public. You are in a safe place. You can definitely find your own transportation home from here. He didn't leave her deserted nowhere unsafe. So let me clear that up.
Everybody know how to order an Uber. He know you know how to order an Uber. And after you piss a person off so much, all the fucks given go right out the window. So I don't feel like the man did anything wrong. I really don't, because you made him feel like what he was doing is something you can do for yourself. So you can also get yourself in a damn Uber and get your ass home safely, like every other grown adult in America does. Okay? And that's what I got on it. If you like this video, please do like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget that I love y'all. I appreciate everything that y'all are doing to help this channel grow. And I hope to catch you in the next one.